for a little behind-the-scenes insight now. And did you know the Glam Squad is not just for girls? Here's your quick and easy guide to what the experts call male grooming, Strictly style.
Hi, I'm Lisa Armstrong, the makeup designer on Strictly.
And I'm Lisa Davey, I'm the hair supervisor on Strictly.
And we're here together to show you how to create your favourite looks at home with ease. So today we're concentrating our efforts on the lovely Ed here, because not everybody knows this, but boys do wear makeup too. So we're going to give him a lovely little Strictly makeover. Okay, so the first thing is we're going to take Ed's lovely hair out of his face. With the boys on Strictly, they whiz round the dance floor 100 miles an hour, lifting the girls up and down. So they tend to sweat quite a lot. So we just prep the skin in order to combat that, really. So I'm just going to use some cleansing water here, across the forehead, down the nose and the side of the face. We're not going to cake him in makeup, we're just going to enhance his beauty. So now we're going to use a anti-shine. So this is basically used as a primer underneath whatever sort of foundation or base you're going to use, and it just helps the product to sit on the skin. Okay, so now we're going to use a tinted moisturiser, and it preps the skin for more of a heavy base that we're going to apply after this. And it's nice and light, but it adds a bit of colour and a bit of texture to the skin, and that already starting to take shape. I'm going to use a tiny bit of under-eye concealer just to take away any dark circles underneath the eye. Tap it on and blend it out. Now we're just going to add some powder. Obviously, powder's important when we're working with the boys on Strictly, and it's just going to basically set the makeup and hold everything in place. So we're just going to finish with a tiny bit of lip balm, and that's just lightly patted onto the lip. You're strictly ready with your face. Now it's your hair.
So again, the biggest problem that we have is obviously when they're dancing, they sweat a lot. So we need to get products in that are going to hold the hair in place all the way through their dancing. I'm going to start by wetting the hair.
Don't you wet my makeup?
No, I won't. Don't worry about that. Okay. We're going to get some lift in the front. So I'm going to start by drying it through. Now the hair's dry, I'm going to use the mattifying powder. As you can see, Ed's hair grows forward and we need to get some lift in this. So if you take small sections and you just sprinkle it in at the root and then just go along, do the same thing right through to the front. As you start to push back with your hand, that's starting to take shape and do what it's supposed to do just with the powder. The next thing that I would use would be some texture spray. I just spray that through and then just move the hair around into the shape that I want it. Right, I'm just taking a tiny little bit of cream wax now, and then I'm just going to scrunch a little bit into the ends. The mistake a lot of guys make with their hair is they just whack a load of wax into it.
Too much.
It's too heavy, and your hair's just going to flop. Doing these steps will make your hair stay where you want it to be. And then I'm going to finish this off with some hairspray. Stand back, Lisa. And that's just going to hold everything in place. You can tweak your final little bits that you want. And then a final little tip, which the boys seem to like and use quite a lot, is just to give it a little bit of lift. Just get a towel comb, poke it in, and then you can just lift little bits that you want to and just break it up a little bit. And then if you want to give it a final spray, same as it's Strictly. And that's probably a quarter of the amount of spray that the boys actually put on their hair.
So there you go, a few Strictly tips for you on male grooming, and now he's ready to go.
Thank you very much to Lisa and Ed. Didn't they look gorgeous? Now, my final guest danced a lovely rumba on Saturday. How do I know this? Because like Shakira once said, hips don't lie. It's Joe and Katya.
We haven't seen very many celeb men do this well, and your hip action was really lovely. Great partnering work.
It had a perfect balance of presentation and interaction with your partner.
I thought you did an exquisite job, so well done.
Oh, Joe and Katya. Look at that movement, Joe.
I can't stop doing it.
You can't stop, never ever stop. Joe, what do you know? How are things in Kokomo? My dad always used to say that to me. I have no idea why. You are going to Blackpool. You got 2 nights in a row!
Oh my goodness, it means so. I don't know why, but it means so much. Like in the beginning, I was like, oh, it'd be nice to do well, but now I'm like, I need to get to Blackpool. Like, and we all felt that way, and it was just sad that little Ruth didn't make it.
I know.
So we love her so much.
I think she's okay.
She's
though.
totally fine.
She's okay with that.
She can hold her head up because she was brilliant.
You had a bit of a love-hate relationship with the rumba.
Yes.
But then you got 2 9s. How do you feel about it now?
I feel good about it. I mean, I love it. It's the dance of love, and I love it. I don't know why everyone gives it a hard time. It's a beautiful dance.
Yes.
It's my signature dance from now on. It's a funny one. It's a slippery one because you don't know what it's meant to feel like because you've never done that before. But I trust this woman implicitly, and it's not just the hips. Everyone's like, oh, it's hips. It's the isolation and then the hip.
Oh,
isn't it? Is it?
It's correct.
Taught him good student. Well. You are a good student because Sophie Brooke in Yorkshire, Evening Sophie, wrote online, Mr. Joe McFadden, if half of my students could dance a rumba half as good as what you did tonight, I would sleep a happy dance teacher. I'd love you to win strictly.
Very sweet. I did see that actually.
Yeah.
It was lovely to read. So I do as well as 9-year-olds. It's brilliant. I'm very happy.
In 3.5 days, it's not
In 3.5 days,
bad.
it's not bad.
3.5 days is incredible.
Yes.
And also, Craig and Shelley had a bit of a disagreement about
They
the
did.
flow on the 4, Katya.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us more about that?
I can talk the talk, but I think I should walk the walk.
Is it demo time?
It's demo time.
Show us. I love it. Yeah.
So what I think they were discussing is that fact that on rumba we move during 2 and 3 and 4-1 we're meant to hold, right?
Okay.
Now, what I believe in is our feet is what defines the rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay. So if my feet are moving on 2 and 3 and 4, hold 1, I don't move. I fell over there.
Okay.
That's okay. Because I'm wearing high heels. But our body and our hips and our arms should not stop. So what we worked really hard on is that we don't go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. What we work really hard on is that our body and our arms and into the hip continues through 1. And then we go 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and
now
3.
we understand. And a big finish as well. I love that. Shirley's been calling you the dark horse. Ore on the show last night said you were a unicorn.
Which I much prefer.
Yeah, how are you taking to that? That's okay.
You know, it's fine. I really don't think of myself in those terms. I'm literally getting through week by week and just concentrating on that. I certainly have no goal or no finished posts in sight at all. And I don't think you can because there are some amazing dancers left. So I'm not looking around at all because it scares me slightly when I do. Okay. So I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing and trying to get
every
better.
dance is so different. You said that as well, didn't you?
It's a whole new world that you're learning every single week. So you can't rest on your laurels. You can't think, oh, I've got this, because we absolutely don't. You have to keep trying and listening. And
let's talk about your music, though, for Blackpool.
Yes.
Black Box, come on! Yes!
We've been doing that all day today.
Somewhat hysterical.
You're so chuffed. You're so chuffed.
Yeah, she sings the wrong lyric.
You're so chuffed.
You're so chuffed.
Hot temptation, I think.
That's exactly what it said. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Leaderboard. Okay. This is going to be glorious. I mean, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be fun, and we're throwing the kitchen sink at it, aren't we? It's a big routine, and it has to be because we're in Blackpool, and we've got extra dancers, and we've got little bits of trickery thrown in.
A little bit of trickery.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, you terrible
That's all I'm saying at this point.
That's all we get to hear. Last week, your theory was more is not enough, and practice makes progress. We made a mug for Gemma, so we felt you needed the T-shirt.
I'm expecting you to wear that
every day. Or if not, rip it up and wear it as a headband.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is a salsa. Are you building a burrito here? I mean, are we getting the guacamole? Are we getting
cheese,
the rice?
Bit of
sour
chili.
cream, beans,
spiciness,
everything. Honestly, it's going to be epic.
It is all.
Is it?
I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be
really,
it's going to be good.
Good luck up in Blackpool. It's going to be magnificent. Joe and Katya. That is all we have time for tonight. Join me tomorrow at 6:30. I'll be chatting to Alexandra and Gorka, Molly and AJ, and David and Nadia. Plus, Ian Waite warms us up for Blackpool weekend. Until then, good night.